I walk into the bathroom and I projectile vomit all over this bathroom. I was 18 years old. It's like 17 years ago. And I remember walking out after I just flooded the bathroom with liquid and going straight back to the bottle of vodka. And the reason why I went straight back to it is because there was only 2 bottles and there were 6 of us. And my sister looks at me and she said, "Did you just throw up?" I said, "Well, yeah, I did." "And you're still drinking?" I said, "Yes, I am." And she said this, "I think you might be an alcoholic." And I was like, dude, killing the game. Most people think that an alcoholic is this homeless guy under a bridge with a brown bag around it drinking. But in my head at that time, what I thought an alcoholic was, dude, I can drink anybody from out underneath the table, no matter what. Both of these are misconceptions. My name is J.Kiebler, and I've been seeking a solution to drug addiction for 11 years. My first use was 25 years ago when I was 10 years old. I have 7 years of accumulative sober time over the last 11 years with multiple relapses in between. So I'm here to share my experience with staying sober, relapsing, and then also offer help to the family. So what are these misconceptions about what an alcoholic really is? Like I said, the misconception was I could drink anybody out from under the table. And then the common misconception is that there's a brown bag homeless guy drinking. But here's the thing. I didn't leave that bathroom so that I could just party harder. Or yes, I was trying to drink more than everybody else, but because I was in so much fear that I wasn't going to be able to meet this inner craving that I had from drinking. I was only 18 at the time, but my drinking career was already flourishing. I was already drinking. I was already doing a lot of other drugs at the time. And so why did I need to drink more? And this is a clear distinction between the non-alcoholic and the alcoholic, or the non-drug addict and the drug addict, is that I have an allergy in my body. And I have a friend that is allergic to horsehair. Craziest thing, right? I've met nobody other than him who is allergic to horsehair. So when he gets close to horsehair or the horsehair brushes for painting, like he starts having rashes. And so we could call that an abnormal reaction to the horsehair. And so the alcoholic also has an allergy to alcohol or drugs, is an abnormal reaction. And this abnormal reaction manifests in the way of a craving. And that craving is just, I need more whenever I put it in my body. So in my last video, I'll put the link, the card up here. In the last video, I talked about this peculiar mental twist where my mind just tries to convince me to put one in my body. And so this is after I put it in my body, this allergy sets off, which completely renders the peculiar mental twist obsolete at this point, because now this allergy in my body has kicked off and I need to put more in it to satisfy this craving. But there's a conundrum, because that craving, with every single time I put more in my body, that craving grows and it becomes more important, paramount to anything else that I have. And I can look back and experience this with anything that I've ever put in my body. I have this with marijuana. Dude, like with THC, and whoever says that it's not a drug or it's a gateway drug, dude, the thinking and the body still reacts in the same way, regardless if it's an addictive chemical or not, in my experience. I'm not a medical physician or anything like that. Just in my experience as an alcoholic and a drug addict, like when I put anything into my body at all in any form, this allergy kicks off. And then this allergy manifests in the way of a craving. And so this craving gets so strong that I will run through people's lives. I will lie, cheat, and steal. I will manipulate. I will con. I will utilize every tool at my disposal that I have learned as a survival mechanism to get what I need to fulfill this craving, this need for more. Because that's what it is. It's a need for more. And in step 1, there's 2 parts. It says we admitted that we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives have become unmanageable. So what I'm talking about is the powerlessness of it. Right? When I put it in my body, I can't control how much I put into it from that point on. So when I am, let's see, like I don't want to bring her into this. I was in a relationship one time, and I would sit at the table with her, and she would drink a glass of wine. Maybe she would order another one, but never did she ever finish the second one. She would leave the rest of it sitting on the table. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, drink that. That's a waste. That's how I'm thinking. In her mind, she's like, oh, I've had enough. I'm already feeling it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, I'm drinking so I can feel all of it. Like, I want to get blacked out. And like non-alcoholics who don't have this allergy don't experience this. And so this is a clear distinction of the alcoholic and the non-alcoholic, where non-alcoholics don't have this allergy where they need to put more. But me, every time I do, I need more. Like, I am drinking those 2 glasses of wine, and then as soon as we leave, I'm gonna be like, look, hey, can I drop you off? I need to go to the bar, or I need to stop and get me a bottle or something. Like, I need more. And nothing is gonna stop me from getting it. And this turns into something more than just this one nighter for me. I will go off and let it ride into the next day and the next day. And it didn't always start out like that, right? Really, it started off when I was like a young adult and I worked. I would just only get drunk or faded during my off hours or over the weekends, right? But it turned into like, no matter what, if I'm working, I'm gonna take something that doesn't impair my judgment. And if I'm not working, I'm gonna get faded so much to where I can't even stand. I'm obliterated. And but not impair my judgment. My judgment is probably always impaired, even when I'm sober. But like something that doesn't affect my motor skills as much, right? Like, I'm not slurring my words, I'm not stumbling around. So this can be like uppers or something, and the downers come in when I'm not working. So this is that allergy. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna find a way to try and successfully continue to put it in my body. And I will lie, cheat, and steal, as I said before. I will use all tools at my disposal to be able to accomplish that goal. Now, so what I was just describing, like during work, off of work, like a continuous is a spree or a binge where I'm going to continue as long as I can until the hammer drops. And whatever that hammer is, it could be jail, a loss of resources to be able to get more, or like I'm walking down the street with a suitcase and that's all I have to my name, and I'm ready to get in the bus to drive to 100 miles away to go to a treatment center. Like, those are examples of me running this binge because I'm trying to resolve this craving that I have because of the allergy whenever I put it in my body. This is an example of me riding this until I have nothing left, but the only option is to stop at that moment. And so, like, usually when this happens, I come out of this binge and I'm like, dude, this sucks. I did this again. Look at all the destruction. I harmed the people again. Like, you won't even believe how many times I put people in my, well, you might believe it, how many times I put the loved ones in my path in harm, and they just stick around and stay. And I'll get into the loved ones and what we do to them in another video. But for now, like, let's just focus on us and qualifying us of what a drug addict. In the last video, I talked about the peculiar mental twist. And when I have this firm resolution, like this remorse, this like, oh, I can't believe I did this again. When I have that, my first thought is, dude, I'm never, ever going to do this again. Never, ever going to do this again. And so I'll go to a treatment center or I'll get some separation in me. But this peculiar mental twist hijacks me. It manipulates me into believing that, okay, you have like 1 year away from this, or you have 6 months away from this, or it wasn't the alcohol, it was this, right? You can still drink. So, and then it accomplishes its goal every single time to put one back inside me. And then that allergy kicks off. Now there's more to this, but just know that like when there's a firm resolution, my mind tricks me into putting it back into my body. And this allergy with this need for more, this craving, this is no control. The powerlessness over alcohol. Like when I put it in my body, I cannot call my numbers. I cannot say, hey, dude, I'm only going to have 2. I can't do that because when I put 1, I need 2. And when I have 2, I need 4. And when I have 4, I need as much as you got. And then as much as I can get. Like that is the no control. And if I am controlling it, which is very, very rarely, if I am controlling it, I'm miserable. Like I'm not having a good time. And in fact, I'm going to make everybody around me know I'm miserable because I'm not drinking for them to make their experience with wherever we're going, family function or hanging out with parents or whatever. I'm going to let them know like, you suck for not letting me do what I want to do. And like it's crazy backwards thinking, but this is what we do, right? And it's not our fault, especially if we don't know any solution and we've tried everything, like religious teaching, spiritual principles, like there's so many different things like self-help. There's so many risk management where, hey, I'm going to get a sponsor to, tell me, hey, look, you've had 2, no more. Cool, thanks, sponsor. Like, dude, no, that is not going to work for me. I am not fixing to call anybody when I'm trying to get there. Nobody. I'm just going to do it and hope that whenever I come out of it, there might be some people still in my life willing to put up with it again. And if that hope eventually turns into, I hope these people don't stick around anymore. I can't quit and I'm going to continue to burn their life down. I hope they find the courage to leave me in the trench where I put myself instead of trying to come down there and save me, because I will yank them down there. So because I need the resources they have to offer. I need the resources they have to get me loaded. Because this allergy, it's messed up. And I don't know where it came from. I don't even think the best science, cutting edge of the research knows where this comes from. Like we can speculate all day, but the fact is, like when I put 1 in my body, I need more. And nothing is going to stop me from getting it until something stops me in my track. So you've probably heard of the DARE program, just say no. If that was going to work, then I wouldn't keep doing what I'm doing. And I talked about the peculiar mental twist in the last video. And in the next video, I'm probably going to talk about why we can't just say no, or the family that suffers because of our results. I'm not sure yet, but subscribe if you want to stay along and listen to these outlandish stories about what we drug addicts and alcoholics do with ourselves and the people around us. Obviously, this is like all fine and dandy talking about the allergy, but what is the solution to the allergy? What is the solution to it? And the only thing that we can do is get some separation to get those chemicals out of our body so that craving disappears. And this takes time. Like in my experience, it usually happens like after 3 weeks of separation for that physical craving to get out of me. But during those 3 weeks, I've got the mind working on me, the PMT trying to like turn irrational thoughts rational and like forget everything I just did, why I'm so remorseful and why my house is burning down, trying to convince me, no, it wasn't because of the drugs and alcohol. Like, you just need to go ahead and put one in your body. So during those 3 weeks, that separation that I have from drugs and alcohol, my mind is trying to convince me to put it back in my body. It's the craziest thing. My mind is like trying to slowly kill me without me not even knowing it. Like, dude, we are in a peculiar situation here. And I'm glad that I'm sober today, and like I want to offer this solution and experience to you. So stick around. Cool. I love y'all. Peace, and I'll see you again.